The year was 2027. Advances in biotechnology were helping people improve their physical and mental abilities to an amazing degree. Provided, of course, they had enough money.
I would so be an AUG. I would so definitely be an AUG. Hi, I'm Tom, and this is Deus Ex Mankind Divided. And the lack of videos is for real, I'm aware. In a week, school will no longer be a problem, and this video production will be up and running again. Until then, we're going to take a look at this game that has a lot to live up to. This being a sequel to the highly rated Deus Ex Human Revolution, you will be right to set your expectations high. And so did I. But before I give my opinion on it, I would like to know what you thought about it, if you've played it of course. Let me know in the comments below. But let's dive in. The setting of Deus Ex is absolutely intriguing, and for as far as I can see it's 100% accurate if it would happen in real life. Hell, people are already arguing over skin color and ethnicity so much these days that robot arms and robot legs can be thrown in too, just to make it more confusing. It also means that the setting of the game is well portrayed and deep for as far as the lore goes. You have newspapers and computers with emails as far as the eye can reach, so if you want to go deep on the lore side, there's more than enough for you to stick your teeth in. And for the people who don't like reading, like me, there's also news reports that you can roll your eyeballs over. And then we have our main protagonist, Adam Jensen, who still didn't ask for all this, but got it anyway. And I know why people don't like stone cold main characters like Adam, but I fucking love this guy. He gives little to no fucks and just wants to do what is right. And if people die, well then they die. Big whoop. Seriously though, he is really what you make of him. The game gives you multiple lines to say when in a conversation with someone. So if you want him to be stone cold, he is going to be stone cold. But if you don't want him to be stone cold and a little bit more compassionate, well then you know what to click. But while we're on the topic of Adam Jensen, this guy has some amazing weapons and abilities built in, man. This guy can shoot blades from his arm, has cannons built in, and of course he can see through walls. Like the real badass guy this guy is, he can also carry a large number of guns and enough pain-killing drugs that will make any low-life crack dealer scared. Now this is all fine and dandy, but all these abilities are not unlocked from the beginning, because that wouldn't be fun. You can unlock these whichever one you want to see fit, with the upgrade points you get. And luckily for you, these upgrade points come frequently, so no worries about not being able to unlock anything. Now, the story is a little strange when it comes to being good or being bad. In the beginning, the game asks you if you have played the previous game and if you want a recap of the events that happened. I played Human Revolution, but a long ass time ago, so I did appreciate that. Then, within the first 20 minutes, a heavy event happens with some cool emotional moments sprinkled in to get you all triggered up and ready to go fight the bad guys. Good or even great start, actually, followed by some research missions with some great platforming, character development and stealth and combat depending on your playstyle. But then the story just ends. Like...
Why?
I feel like this story could have so much more, but due to budget cuts or something, they just decided to make a cutscene that explains it all instead of you playing it yourself. And I knew this before going in, and I thought to myself, well, how bad can it really be? Well, pretty fucking bad. Like 2 out of 10 bad. I was really disappointed. I mean, why would they do something like this? Oh no. Of course it would be DLC, wouldn't it? Man, this is dumb BS, really. I mean, I haven't played the DLC, but considering I deleted the game from my PC after completing the campaign, I don't really see a reason to get back and spend an additional $20 on DLC to maybe get the full story. No, just no. Another thing I really didn't like was the performance on PC. Now, with the GTX 1080 the performance was okay at best, but I can easily see that you would want to rip your eyes out when you see the game drop frames, which I think it'll do a lot on the lower end graphics cards. They even recommended a GTX 970 to play at 1080p, which is a little ridiculous if you ask me, but probably necessary because the load times were as well astonishingly long. To just take a metro from one part of town to the other, you need to wait more than a fucking minute. and the parts of town aren't even that big and not even filled with that much NPCs. Oh well, it's a negative, but that's just my opinion. If you think a load time of a minute is okay, then I guess you can ignore it. The upgrade points as well are a problem. Not because you don't get them fast enough or if you don't have enough of them, but the fact that whenever you upgrade some cool or new experimental augmentation for Adam, you need to disable another one. And this just ruins the experience for me. Like, I want to be an unstoppable cyborg that can go through everyone and anything without being spotted, not to stop every 5 minutes to cool my bionic CPUs because my power is over the limit. There's no clear reason why they did this, and I wish there was, because it's just holding you back without something to show for it, which is a shame to say the least. Deus Ex Mankind Divided had a lot to live up to, but sadly did not deliver it for me. Now that is not to say that there is no fun in this game, because there most certainly is, but the fun is just obscured by a lot of unnecessary bad design choices and sudden stops in the campaign. The upgrades and the world that is created here is still amazing and cool, and I appreciate how you can handle each level how you want and with whatever playstyle you choose to play. But the not so great performance and the sometimes disabling of your abilities just makes me frustrated, when you should never feel that way in a game in the first place. That's why I'll say that you have to wait till Deus Ex Mankind Divided goes on sale, because for $60 this is not worth the money.